Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We have an interesting video today. Apparently, some new information has come out that links the same intelligence-connected individual to the allegations against Matt Gaetz, but also the criminal case, the seditious conspiracy case against the leader of the Proud Boys, Enrique Tarrio. And this individual appears to be an asset for foreign intelligence. So this is a crazy, crazy story. Let's go ahead and get into it. So today, Investigate J6 tweeted out, incoming Attorney General Matt Gaetz was set up by the same government agent from MacDill Air Force Base who wrote the 1776 returns blueprint that was digitally planted on Enrique Tarrio's phone. Tarrio is serving 2 decades in federal prison for the day of infamy in January, and he was not even there. So, in response to that, Ken Silva says, wow, the guy who wrote the 1776 manifesto is an Israeli intelligence asset, and he's responding to a thread here by Haley Jane. She says some interesting details about the case from former Seminole County tax collector Joel Greenberg, from whom the allegations against Gaetz originated. Greenberg, now serving an 11-year sentence for various public corruption crimes, facilitated part of his embezzlement scheme through something called Government Blockchain Systems, LLC, a company he co-founded in July 2019 with the then 22-year-old Samuel Arms. Arms had recently graduated from FSU, where he participated in a training program that included a stint in Jerusalem to learn Arabic, so he could, quote, maybe be an informant in the Middle East. He described the program as having groomed him for intelligence roles with agencies like the CIA or the FBI, a background he attributes to his involvement in crypto. The program aimed to prepare him to, quote, become a member of the feds upon graduation, which is when he reportedly first met and became involved with Greenberg in 2018. Shortly after, in early 2019, Greenberg hired this kid, Arms, to set up a Bitcoin operation at the Seminole County tax office, a venture that later became part of Greenberg's legal troubles. Let's do a big think. This operation, in part, contributed to the criminal charges against Greenberg and, by extension, the allegations against Gaetz. These allegations originating, of course, from Mr. Greenberg, who is known for a pattern of making fraudulent claims, came as part of his bid to secure a reduced sentence. Here is Arms discussing how he was, quote, groomed for intelligence roles before his involvement with Greenberg.
Because that was one of the things that I went to school for, is I was being groomed to be in intel agencies, which is also like part of my background with crypto. But like
isn't that interesting? So who are you representing in your work on crypto? Are you representing a government agency? Potentially more than one?
Did work at USSOCOM, which is United States Special Operations. I worked at the State Department, right, all throughout college. I got sent to Jerusalem to learn Arabic so that I could be in the Middle East, right, and maybe be an informant.
Was it at that time, Mr. Arms, that you were approached by Israeli intelligence and recruited? Just wondering.
Right, and what's super funny is while I was in Jerusalem, I actually snuck into Palestine, which was not allowed at all.
Oh, is that what happened? You just snuck in, right? Interesting.
And that was incredible.
Tell me about Jerusalem. That had to be interesting. Or
Jerusalem,
different.
it was different. It was interesting.
Okay, so let's move on from there. The Greenberg case, of course, isn't the only one that Arms is tied to. In the Day of Infamy seditious conspiracy case against a group called the Proud Boys, Arms was the author of a document that later became known as the 1776 Returns document. Prosecutors used that document to bolster their claims that a conspiracy existed, despite lacking actual evidence that the defendants had ever read or even opened this document. Arms later told the Select Committee he drafted the document as a result of his background at USF, where he participated in numerous wargaming exercises. According to Arms, this training, along with inspiration from a separate August 2020 publication by the Transition Integrity Project, led him to tinker with a Google document, envisioning what could happen in a worst-case scenario. Arms then shared the document with somebody who he claimed was an internet friend, Erica Flores, a friend and ally from the crypto world, who then sent it on to Enrique Tarrio. So you see the game being played here. While Arms denies any further involvement with the document after passing it on to Flores, claiming she, quote, took his ideas as inspiration and her or some other group of people modified the document, Flores testified to the Select Committee that Arms was the sole author of the document, and most importantly, he asked her specifically to send it to Tarrio. Hey, we want you to basically plant this on this person, because that's what's happening. When you're in these Telegram group chats, you're not paying attention to every single thing that every single person puts in there. This is part of the ways that they ended up kind of framing the Whitmer guys. Okay, and so these people may not have ever opened it, probably never saw it. There's no evidence that they did. Neither Arms nor Flores have faced any criminal charges related to the Day of Infamy. Arms has also not been charged in connection with the Greenberg case. Court documents do not explicitly name him, but they reference the other individual who, alongside Greenberg, managed the blockchain company through which part of Greenberg's criminal activities were conducted. The document describes the individual's involvement as short-lived, ending after a September 2019 Orlando Sentinel article about government blockchain systems, the entity Greenberg co-funded with Arms in July 2019. In response to that publicity, Arms was removed from the entity. So that is interesting. Okay, so just a reminder that back in February of 2023, the great Ken Silva did report on this. FBI, CIA-trained asset drafted the 1776 returns document. That means the most damning document in this trial was authored by the intelligence community, someone groomed by the FBI itself. And isn't that interesting? Does that not always seem to be the case with this stuff? We always come back full circle, right back to the FBI. So there is this interview here that is up on something called Stably, a YouTube channel. It's some kind of fintech chat, it says, and this is Samuel Arms as the guest. Now, this is from 3 years ago. He was working at a crypto fund called Hyperion Decimus. Very bizarre, but very interesting. You can listen to this yourself to get an idea for this kid. And then here's his own website, SamuelArms.com. It says strategic policy victories, Web3 and AI, political lobbying for entities, and Web3, crypto, and AI. What about political lobbying on behalf of a foreign nation? Just wondering. Here's a picture of him with Ron DeSantis. Very, very interesting. Samuel Arms stands at the intersection of technology, politics, and innovation. His journey began with groundbreaking research. It's just groundbreaking for the United States Special Operations Command, Red Flag, where he delved into the intricacies of Bitcoin and counter-threat finance, whatever that means. This, of course, led him to the State Department, contributing his expertise to shape crypto policy and blockchain tech initiatives. As the president of the Florida Blockchain Business Association, Samuel has been a pivotal force in legislative change, on whose behalf. His leadership has been the successful passage of 5 significant bills in the Florida legislature, with the anti-central bank digital currency bill marking a landmark achievement in his career. Samuel's influence extends beyond legislation. At the helm of Gaetz, his political strategy consulting firm, he blends a strategic mindset with an acute understanding of both the traditional and digital realms. His approach is not just about adapting to the evolving landscape, but also about shaping it. Samuel's strategies are rooted in deep comprehension of Web3's potential to transform political and business landscapes. Proven leadership, they say, and blockchain innovation and policy advocacy. So this is just very, very disturbing, very interesting. And I would ask this young man, Samuel, to explain himself. I would like to know, how is he seemingly connected to both of these cases and playing kind of like the pivotal role, and what exactly is his relationship with that foreign country in the Middle East? But I'm interested to know what you guys think. That's all for now, guys.
Say thanks for watching my video. Have a good day. Whee!